We're lit, no chill. Some crumbs of academia, mostly chaos. If queer lit is your love language, we're fluent. Listen up, babes. We're not here to tease. We spill everything. Listener discretion is strongly encouraged, but honestly, you knew that. Welcome to Cliterature the Podcast. Welcome back, guys.
Episode 5, the holiday special.
The holiday special.
Today we're covering Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. Very festive,
Very
fun.
festive and fun, yeah. Very
Lots going
cozy, you know, snow.
Yeah, they were
Twinkle lights.
There was lots of snow. There was lots of hot chocolate situations happening. What do you like to do? You have traditions for the holidays? What do you usually get into?
Well, it's not truly Christmas season until I listen to Kenny and Dolly's A Christmas to Remember album. That's
very good choice.
A staple. Yeah, A Christmas to Remember is probably one of my favorite. That is my favorite Christmas song.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with it, which I thought about it when they got snowed in the ski lodge. I was like, they should have this playing in the background.
I feel like that was a classic Christmas romance scene.
Oh, yeah.
Like snowed in a cabin somewhere.
Yeah.
But this one was a good one. Not your average snowed in scene, I don't feel like, but definitely needed in the book. I think my favorite Christmas song is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty much anything that's just like on the average Christmas hits playlist. I love an a cappella situation. So.
I like Nat King Cole, Billie Holiday, you know, those kind of like jazzy
Etta
Christmas.
James Christmas album.
Yeah. But then Kenny and Dolly, obviously.
But then Kenny and Dolly. I mean, that's just a classic.
Yeah, it's wonderful. You got Hard Candy Christmas, which is a wonderful song. Kind of sad.
That was a good one.
Beautiful.
I like that one.
A Christmas to Remember. I'm telling you, it's the favorite.
I also like Christmas songs usually because they remind me of a movie that they were in. Do you have favorite Christmas movies?
Well, there's staple Christmas movies that you have to watch every year.
Which are?
I have to watch White Christmas every year.
Okay.
I love The Holiday because I love Kate Winslet.
Absolutely. 100%. Yes.
She's, in my top 3.
That's a really good one.
It's so good. I want her cottage at Christmas time with, a fire and the dog. Give it to me. That's what I want.
That was the coziest, cutest little cottage ever. I have quite a few. Probably my number one would be National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. Definitely have to watch that one.
Yeah.
Home Alone
1 and 2. Although if I have to pick one, 2 is my favorite.
Okay.
All right. So Make the Season Bright.
Yes.
Had some drama. I like that this one started off with them broken up.
Oh yeah, this was different. This was like a different setup than
it's a different progression.
Well, I've only read the Bright Fall series of Ashley Herring Blake, so it was definitely different with having them broken up from the very beginning.
For sure, yeah. And kind of a serious, left at the altar situation.
That's so big.
Yeah, I felt bad for Charlotte in the beginning with her whole December's just cursed for her thing. She was stuck in an elevator and all this stuff. And I kind of got why she would feel that way, especially when you found out that the wedding that didn't happen was supposed to be around Christmas.
Yeah. Also her upbringing, like her mother never made it special. And so the only good memories she had of Christmas were all with Brighton's family.
Yeah.
And so when they broke up,
I love that she had that.
Oh yeah. That support, super important.
Absolutely. And I love a found family situation.
Mm-hmm. There was a lot of that in this book, and not just surrounding the main characters. Like just all of the supporting characters. Yeah. All of the supporting characters were obviously like family to the main characters, and it was all something that they'd built on their own.
Yeah. I love a found family situation because I rely on mine
same.
hard, and especially around the holidays. So I really appreciated the representation of that in this. I do also think that it's funny that this estranged couple who hadn't seen each other in 5 years since this wedding that didn't happen went down. Both ended up being friends with sisters and had no idea about it.
I know. I mean, you got to talk about fate when you talk about this whole scenario. That or something that was carefully written.
Oh, which, cool twist.
Yeah,
I liked
cool twist.
it.
I love it too. I mean, otherwise, how are we going to get them together? Because Charlotte is living in New York, living her quartet dreams.
Classically trained violinist.
Yeah. And then you've got Brighton, who's a bartender in Nashville. And those are two polar opposite cities.
Yeah, they're probably not running into each other at Trader Joe's accidentally or anything.
No way. So if you haven't read the book, the gist is that Charlotte and Brighton were engaged to be married. They were best friends growing up all through high school. Yeah, since they were 12. Best friends. They grew up, fell in love, and got engaged. And Brighton leaves Charlotte at the altar. So Charlotte is in New York. She is in a quartet. It's the Rosalind Quartet. They're doing really well. They're about to travel Europe. And Brighton is a bartender in Nashville. And she had a run with a band called the Katies, but she's just been kicked out of the band. And so she's having a tough time.
Yeah, she's not super happy with where her life is right now.
Still trying to figure it out. Charlotte feels like she's got it all figured out, but she doesn't.
Fake
nobody
it till
does.
You make it?
Yeah, nobody does.
Yeah.
But the whole premise of the book is that both of our main characters end up not having anywhere to go for Christmas, and their friends, Sloane and Adele, ask them to come home with them for Christmas. They happen to be sisters, and they go to the same house in Colorado, and they're forced to be together for the holidays.
That scene where the quartet's all standing outside of Nina, the mom's house. Shout out to Nina.
Oh, she
very
was marvelous.
Cool mom. I want to go spend Christmas at Nina's house.
She was so great.
Also, low-key just casually came out in the middle of the kitchen as like possibly bisexual. We don't know, but she was real coy about it.
Everybody's experimented at some point or another.
It was really fun. Nina was cool. But they're all standing outside of Nina's house, and then Adele and Brighton pull up, and that was the first time they saw each other. That scene was tense.
Yeah, it was tense. And then
I had some anxiety just reading it.
And the whole thing is that Brighton is open and has told Adele, her sister friend, and has told Adele all about her, not all about, she hasn't said all of it. She hasn't told her, I left her at the altar.
But she knew that she had a fiance.
She knew that she had a fiance and that they got broken up, and, it was really hard. But Adele didn't know all of the details. Charlotte is very tight-lipped and holds everything close to her chest, and so she hadn't told Sloane, her friend that invited her to Colorado, any of it. And so when she sees Brighton, she freaks out a little bit, and she tells Brighton, I don't want anybody to know. We don't know each other.
Yeah, we're just pretending like we're total strangers.
Hi, my name's Charlotte.
Which,
it's good to meet
having
you.
known someone since you were 12 has to be hard to pull off. Which, I mean, they don't do the best job. No, that whole chili scene.
Yeah.
That was
I would have
funny.
been so uncomfortable. And
I just as a bystander watching this happen between these two supposedly complete strangers would have been real weird.
Yeah, and Charlotte played it off so well. So everybody thought Brighton was just
being an asshole.
Yeah, she's like, get off of her about her chili. Like,
she's
just let her
eat
her chili.
Yeah.
Do you know something we don't know? Like, does she hate cumin? Like, what is happening?
I will say, because Brighton calls Charlotte Lola.
Mm-hmm.
That's her nickname. That's what she's called her since they were kids.
Yeah.
That was a little confusing for me at times. I also kept wanting to swap the two main characters in my head.
Okay.
Just their names for some reason. And then picturing them, I kept wanting to flip-flop.
Yeah.
And this one was slightly challenging. I do love the found family. I do love all the supporting characters were great. There were just a lot of them.
There were so many of them.
And so keeping up with who went with who and how for a little while was kind of tough.
I made notes.
Yeah, same.
I'm like quartet members.
Yeah.
These
it's like a family tree diagram thing.
Or like friggin' Alice on the L Word. We had to do
the chart,
a spider map on our wall. Yeah, the chart, so that we were like, okay, Charlotte is Lola, and also Charlotte goes with Manish and Elle and the others, whoever they are, Sloane. Yeah. And then Sloane loved Wes, but then Wes's friend was Darian, and then Darian started dating Manish, and then it was just like a lot of characters.
And then they started going to, which sweet little Nina signs them all up for the single event, this like progressive singles event.
Yes, which I absolutely loved the idea of.
I thought it sounded like torture.
Oh my God. It sounded like so much fun to me. It's called Two Turtle Doves.
Which was cute. That was a cute name.
So cute. And and you just show up and you do all of these events. So you have to pay $300 to be a part of all these events. And Nina was like, nope, I've already paid for all of you, so you have to go.
Okay, Nina.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people there.
There was a ton of them.
That was a lot of money. Anyway, she paid for them all to go, and they had the cutest little events. But all of them had to be done with them keeping up the pretense that they didn't know each other.
Yeah.
Like Bright was like, seriously, you're not going to tell anybody that we know each other? I have to pretend. She wouldn't let her call her Lola. She was like, stop calling me that. That's not my name. My name is Charlotte. Like, nobody calls me that. And so the whole time they're doing these like lovey-dovey little things, and they kept being like forced together.
The horseback riding, the cookie decorating.
Oh my God. Listen, so I'm super cute, and I got my wife's birthday was in October, and I signed us up to go horseback riding as a gift because she keeps talking about wanting to go horseback riding. So what do? I'm sweet. I got her a horseback riding excursion for her birthday. And around the same time that I'm listening to this book, Brighton's horse like takes off through the wilderness and has to be chased down by Charlotte to like save her. Meanwhile, I'm terrified to get on a horse because I've only done it once and I was like 10 and it fell down when I was on it. So I'm like, and horses know. They know when you're nervous.
They can feel the fear.
I walked up to my horse and I had a conversation and it was fine. I was like, listen, Mac, I'm scared. Okay. I know that you're kind of nervous because I'm a new person too. And like, I wouldn't want random people on my back either. So I'm just introducing myself to you. I'm Haley. I'm the one that's going to be riding you. It's going to be fine. But this whole thing with Charlotte and Bright running through the wilderness in a freaking on horseback scared me.
I think horses are gorgeous, majestic, have no desire to ever be on one. Yeah. And this just reinforced that for me of something that I will never do. So
I had a great time when we went and I was
you were nervous. I remember talking to you about it.
I texted you and I was like, I just got through the horseback riding scene and I have to go tomorrow to ride on horses. Is my horse going to run away with me? Shout out to Shady Grove in Mentone, Alabama. If anybody ever needs to go to a dude ranch, it's really cute. And we brought home a kitten.
This is your free gift with purchase.
They've got more.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a horseback
Anybody
ride and
needs
a kitten, there you
in
go.
The area. Yeah. I thought that was really good timing though of us reading this and then you going horseback riding.
Again, fate. No, I'm just kidding. It was coincidence, but it was a really cute one. But also, okay, so horseback riding was one of the events. They had to go to
speed dating with the cookie decorating.
Yeah, they had to decorate a cookie. That was cute.
And I did like the little friendship that developed between Wes, who was into Sloane,
which is Charlotte's best friend.
Yeah, him and Charlotte kind of became allies and shared. Charlotte figured out that Wes had a thing for Sloane and ended up, I think...
it was kind of like fake dating.
Yeah, they decided to fake flirt with each other.
To make the other people jealous because Charlotte actually opened up to him and told him.
She finally told someone what was going on in the real situation with Brighton, which I'm glad... she did, but that was really cute. Some of the moments in there and it worked. Brighton was not happy about all of that. So good for them. I did love the bookstore that they mentioned as part of all of this. It was a bookstore that sold only romances and thrillers, which I think is a great fun combination. But it was called Kiss, Marry, Kill.
That's perfect.
And as someone who loves to play Fuck, Marry, Kill, I want to go to this bookstore so bad.
Yeah, that's spectacular. I do love that.
I toyed many years ago, long before we met, with the idea of doing a podcast with some friends where we just really did dissertation level Fuck, Marry, Kills. And we were going to call it Bed, Wed, or Behead.
Nice.
So I thought that was really cute.
Yeah, that's super
It's still
cute.
one of my favorite games. We were playing a little bit of it before we started recording. There were a lot of sweet moments though, like in the cookie decorating scene when
the glitter exploded all over Charlotte.
Yeah. And Brighton just, without saying anything, without causing a commotion, just calmly leads her to the bathroom and starts cleaning her up and everything. Like you could really tell, even though Charlotte did not want to admit it to herself, you could tell that they still had a lot of feelings for each other. Yeah. And there was definitely a lot left unsaid since they hadn't spoken in 5 years. Since Brighton walked out on the wedding. Yeah. And there were just a lot of sweet little tender moments in there.
Absolutely. I mean, there was still so much. You could just tell that they both still loved each other.
Yeah.
Like regardless of how much they told themselves that they were done or that they were moving on or that they were fine without the other one, they just had, and you could see, I don't know, like it was just, I mean, there was a shared kiss in the forest randomly. Yeah. Charlotte like runs out of the house to get out of there because she's still keeping up this whole...
That felt like one of those angry kisses. Though. Yeah. That was just like a... And then you just lay one on
And it was
somebody.
after the kiss that she finally opened up to Wes. Yeah. Because I think she was just so overwhelmed that she's like, oh my God, I've got to tell
somebody about something.
And she wouldn't even like talk about... She wouldn't even call it the kiss. She kept calling it the incident. In the woods. The incident in the woods, like I needed crime tape. Yeah. But, and then she was like, nope, back up. Like, no. Like, we're not talking about it. We're not going to do anything about it. It never happened. Like, we're not even going to say the kiss. It was the incident. But I don't know. Like, she talked to Wes about it. And then I felt like it took away some of the power that she was giving it over
Right.
herself in her mind. But I mean, that and like her cleaning her up and just like the way that they fall into like the comfort of being close to each other.
Because they were together for a long time.
Yeah.
As friends and then as a couple.
Yeah.
And there is a level of comfort and just kind of unspoken ways that you support your partner when you've been with someone that long. And it's kind of instinctual. Like I think a lot of times they did it without even realizing they were doing it. And it was really sweet. We also got a lot of flashbacks to them as kids, you know, and like, because they went to college together and then they moved to New York together. And we got flashbacks. Their first kiss was adorable.
It was so cute.
With the paintball situation. It was really cute.
It was really, really cute. That was precious because I love how dramatic Brighton was being. So she was about to get shot by the boys paintball team, and Charlotte jumps in front of her and gets
sacrifices herself
in front of the paint. And then falls down on the ground, and Bright's like, "Oh no, don't leave me, Charlotte."
And Charlotte's like, "I've been hit."
You know, like so dramatic. And then Charlotte finally says, like, she's playing the game, but she says, "Just know I've always loved you," or something like that. Something super sweet. And everything shifts, like, at that moment, because she said it out loud. And I guess Brighton was like, "Yeah." And Charlotte was like, Yeah. And then they just kiss on the paintball. Like, that's the cutest little high school kiss I've ever heard of in my entire life. That is not how my first kiss was. No. How was your first kiss?
Which one?
Your first kiss, period.
Oh, no, it was not romantic. It was like behind the gym, like when I was walking to the school bus. It was
it quick?
Yeah.
It was like a quick little peck on
It was a quick little peck. Yeah.
That's so cute. Yeah. Mine was on New Year's Eve, but I had to be home before midnight. And so I think it was like, we were like stopped at a stop sign when he was driving me home. It was a boy.
Yeah. My first one was a boy too.
No shade to boys, but.
No, yeah. My first girl kiss was a dare though.
See, my first girl kiss was one of those terrible college situations where the boys were like, kiss each other. Just kiss each other.
Mine was the same thing, but it was a bunch of girls because it was an all girls college.
Okay. Well, same thing. But that was my first girl kiss. And I was like, holy shit. I'm not into you at all, but that felt so fucking different.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, you know?
It was one of those where like you felt a like switch flip and you're like, oh, this is what it's supposed to be like.
Exactly. And then for the next, like, you know, I don't even know how long, I was like, we should kiss for these boys. They loved it last time. Remember when we kissed for these boys? They'll go wild. And really, it was just me trying to kiss girls. And I had no idea how. I was in a sorority, like, what the fuck am I doing?
Really, it was just me trying to kiss girls.
It was for not for the boys. It was not for the male gaze at all. Like, they might have been there, but it was definitely for me.
I love this so much.
I don't think I've ever thought about that. But yeah.
Okay. Mine was just a lot of like, we've all had too much to drink and it just kind of happened thing. But I definitely instigated it as well.
Every time. But
I was like, hey, you bored?
You want to practice? Yeah. Like, obviously not for us, but like for
whatever.
Future or whatever. You know, we're bored. Let's do it.
Charlotte. Well, I will say, I think in the 5 years since they broke up, they are still the same people in a lot of ways, but also, I mean, you're going to grow as a person in that time. One of the things I thought was really cool was Brighton got a tattoo after everything happened, and she moved to Nashville, and it was a tarot card, the Moon Tarot card. And I thought that was really cool. There was a whole scene where Charlotte finally asked her about it because she hadn't had any tattoos when they were together. And the answer that she gave was really sweet, talking about how it was kind of like finding your own path and your own journey.
Yeah.
And Charlotte asked her, have you found yours? And she's like, not yet. Yeah. But I will. And I just thought that was really, really cool. Also, I think it's a great idea for a tattoo.
And the Moon Tarot card
I
love it.
It's one of my favorites. It's one of the ones that I feel very connected to. So I thought that was a really cool idea.
Also, it was definitely a metaphor for them too. Like, obviously the moon is Charlotte. Yeah. And then later in the book, when Charlotte buys Bright the guitar strap and it's got suns all over it. I'm like, oh, because she's the sun, obviously she's the sun card and Charlotte's the moon card because they're yin and yang. You know what I mean?
I want to know if Ashley Herring Blake thought about that when she named Brighton, if that was a specific choice or if it just happened to work out that way.
I don't know.
I've always been curious how authors pick character names anyway. So I would like to know that.
When we went and saw her, she talked about how she has to know their trauma or who hurt them or like what motivates them from their past trauma to make them the characters that they are, because that is how she makes decisions through them. Yeah. And I love that because we know that Charlotte makes decisions because she's terrified of being left and terrified that nobody is going to love her because she hasn't been shown love as a daughter. Her mother just had her, and she says more than once that she like fed her and clothed her, but that's pretty much where it stopped.
Right. Yeah.
And so she had to grow up really fast and kind of emotionally detached until she met Bright as a friend. And then she got to experience her family and like a loving family. And they let her come and take part in their Christmas traditions and watch the movies with them and have the great Christmas, the meals that they were going to cook together. And I think that's so marvelous.
Yeah. I am just so glad that she was able to have that. And I think that it was super influential as her as a person. But I also think when she lost that in such a heartbreaking way, it made her feel that loss even more.
Yeah. Because she didn't just lose.
No, she lost Brighton, an entire family.
She lost her family.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely gut-wrenching. I can't imagine.
Right.
But like I guess if you are with somebody for a long period of time, then their family becomes your family. And so if you break up after a long time, then that loss is so layered.
Charlotte, though, we talked about a little bit of a silver fox.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciated that. As someone who also went gray pretty early.
I appreciated it because I love a silver fox.
Also same.
Yeah.
Add that to the list of things we have in common.
Both of our wives have
beautiful gray hair.
Gorgeous white gray hair. Yeah.
So I appreciated that representation. It was a little thing. I feel like it was a choice.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They said she started going gray in her 20s.
Yeah. But I just appreciated that. You don't always see that in a lot of things.
Loved it. Love it. I will always love some silver.
I snorted out loud.
Okay.
When I read Cheery Queery Christmas for the first time. Oh my God.
I want Mistletoe Margaritas, trivia night, Christmas movie trivia night, and the what you won was the leg lamp from A Christmas Story.
Yes.
And their team name was the Cheery Queeries. Listen.
And then the group chat ended up getting named that as well.
Yeah, I'm obsessed. I mean, we go to trivia every Thursday.
We do, yeah.
We do. Our name is not that funny, but we're the
There are
mermaids.
funny names there, though.
Yeah, like the cheese sweats.
But we don't hear it that way.
It always sounds like the cheese sluts. And we're like, yeah, I mean, same.
Also, I really like Titanic Swim Team. That was always one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a fan of trivia. I think that's fun. And then the Mistletoe Margaritas. I'm not a tequila or margarita fan, but I'd probably drink those. They sounded pretty delicious. I do like
tequila.
But the leg lamp.
Right? And they won it and gave it to Nina. Which is
Nina,
so
we brought you a leg lamp.
Here you go. Put it in your
She loved it.
window.
And she's such a good mom. She was so proud of that leg lamp.
She's going to light it up every Christmas.
Exactly.
You know it. But that's the night that Charlotte got really wasted. Mm-hmm. And Brighton had to take care of her. And she told her that she missed her while she was wasted.
Yeah. And then promptly threw up.
And then, threw up immediately. Like she also talked about the light in her room looking like a boob. And we've all been there.
Honestly, yeah. I knew exactly what light she was talking about. The boob light.
Yeah.
Everybody
knows exactly what that light looks like. And then she was just like, boobs. I've also been at that drunk level.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I've had that exact same conversation with someone.
You see the boob light and
after
then you're like, wow,
a few drinks.
You know what? Boobs are nice.
And I mean, they are.
I
agree.
Drunk or sober.
They're nice.
So the spice in this book was really great.
So we get a flashback to the morning of their wedding. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of our first foray into their spicy life. Yeah, the spicy scene. I like that better than spicy life. But then they get snowed in at Sloan and Adele's dad's ski lodge.
Right.
And the tension finally just breaks. They can't fight it anymore.
Yeah.
And they give in and
Mm-hmm. They give in.
They give a lot.
They give
a lot of things.
Yeah.
There was a lot of, I would like to say that I am somewhat of a spice connoisseur. I've read a lot of different things, and I was really pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
In a book that, for the most part, was really great, but not particularly super spicy or trying to be anything out of the box. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the spice in this had some really interesting moments. I mean, they talked about praise kinks.
Yeah.
Charlotte's top energy was showing.
Oh my God. Every time, I swear to God. I swear. Listen, I listened to this one. So thank you, Dee Mercurio.
I'm a little jealous. I didn't realize she narrated it. I kind of want to go listen now.
Yeah, of course she did. I think she narrates all of her books. I don't know if she did Ramona Riley, but it's great.
She didn't, but now, yeah.
Yeah. No, look, every time she said good girl, I would go, ooh. Every single time. And I would have my headphones on.
And every time I read it, I was like, okay, then.
Yeah. She'd be like, good girl. And I'm like, oh.
Say it again.
Literally out loud. I would be like, ooh. I'm pretty sure Marge was like, what? A couple of times. Because I'm like washing dishes, listening to my...
I don't know if I should or shouldn't start listening to these.
They're so good. I mean, it's so good. I just imagine them in a sound booth sometimes. And I'm just like, man, like they're really getting into this. You know what I mean?
I also imagine them like really getting into the because we talked about this with the last book as well, with the like reading and narrating these spicy scenes. And I feel like at some point you have to get desensitized to it if it's your job like that. Sure. And so you're just reading like some of the just nastiest, spiciest stuff. And then you just like stop recording.
Go have lunch.
And just, go eat a tuna sandwich and like pay your water bill or something. The look Haley just gave you when I said tuna sandwich. Okay, like, you go eat like a Hot Pocket wasn't working.
You're just digging your hole deeper and deeper in here.
I'm going to see myself out now, guys. Thanks for coming.
Okay. Again and again and again.
But yeah, I will say that the spice in this was really nice, obviously, but it was kind of unexpected and in a very good way. So,
yeah. No, I thought
10
it was
out
fantastic.
of 10 on the spice.
Absolutely. For me. I enjoyed every second of
and
them
really shocking.
Finally.
Like I said, this book was great. I loved it, but it kind of followed the patterns that you would normally think of in a book where they break up and you know that they're going to get together by the end of it or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, like it's the normal romance.
Yeah, it's
like,
a normal romance.
Yeah.
But the spice, not normal for me and in a good way.
So. Was quite spicy.
Was spicy.
Yeah, true. Also, can we talk about word choice? Because we have talked about this.
This is please
listen.
I don't know if I want y'all to comment about this or not, but we have had for a couple weeks now an ongoing conversation about word choice and spicy scenes.
Yeah, like what prompts you to use the word tits instead of breasts or boobs, anything like the choice to be like nice tits.
Well, I don't know that anyone's ever said it like that.
I mean, maybe you don't know. We haven't read all of the books.
That's true.
But yeah, we've talked about this multiple times. Also, the word choice. Okay, we'll just talk about it. In one of the spicy
We're
scenes,
trying to dance around this.
I know. I'm just gonna have to say it. It's already like a censorship warning on this podcast. Like we say bad words, so it's fine. Cover your ears if you don't like this word, but it's coming. Cunt. How do we feel about cunt? In like within a spicy scene, like I don't know. Like I feel very vanilla saying this out loud. Like I'll use that as a curse all day long. Like I'll be like, she's a fucking cunt all day long. And I love it. And I don't feel bad about that. Or trendy serving cunt.
Yeah.
That's nice. We like that. I don't feel weird about that. But her saying, where do you want me to touch you? And her saying, my cunt, just really took me out of the sex scene for some reason. I think I kind of like giggled and then I was like right back in it.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just me being super ridiculous. And
no, I kind of get that. It's not my favorite, but it's also, I think, better than some options. My problem was with tits. And this has come up in multiple books. And I have gone from not liking it and having the same reaction that you had, where when someone would say tits, it almost felt like, creepy in some way, like
your tits.
Yeah. I like your tits.
I like your tits.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I heard it in my head. But it's really grown on me, and I kind of think I'm really coming around to its use in spicy scenes.
Sure. I'm not opposed to the word cunt either. Like, it's fine. It's perfectly fine.
I would love to know how authors also choose, like, the words that they're going to use like that.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Like, if it was, I feel like that word is much more used in other countries than it is here. And so I'm like, they're from fucking Michigan. Like, why is this bitch pulling out See Next Tuesday when she's banging her ex-girlfriend? Like, I don't understand.
Also, the first time you said See You Next Tuesday to me, I had about a 45-second lag on trying to figure out what you were talking about.
Well, I'm just being, I've already said it enough.
I was like,
I'm
going
to
see
say
you
it anymore.
before Tuesday.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And that's just me being dumb. But yeah, also the more we read, the more I'm paying attention to things like that.
Yeah.
So maybe it's now why I'm thinking about it more, whereas before I would just kind of gloss over it. But
I'm okay with tits. I'm totally okay with tits.
I'm definitely coming around to tits.
I think that we talked about this. I think that it's a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
Like, if you're like we talked about, mistakes were made. There's a scene in that we absolutely love.
Yeah.
It's in the very beginning, and she like meets this girl at a bar. It takes her to her car, and then like
they're banging in a back seat,
back seat, and she's like, "Wow, your tits," or something like that.
Yeah.
That is appropriate to me. Like, you pick up somebody at a bar.
She was also in college. That feels like something a college student would say.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I can't see like Michelle from Learning Curves being.
Oh
like,
my God! If she said that, no.
Although I don't know, maybe
I
that
could
actually
see her
might.
saying "cunt" though.
Really, I couldn't see her say that. Did
She's
she?
British.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They use that word a lot.
Anyway, tell us what you think. What are there problematic words for you?
Comment on this episode, or just like send us a DM if you don't want to say it out loud.
Listen, we need help because we're so undecided on this.
As soon as Dee brought this up, I was questioning myself, and I'm like, man, I feel super vanilla now because I'm like, oh, she said my cunt, and I'm weird about it. And then I had to go ask my wife about it. She was like, why are we talking about this right now? And I'm like, babe, if I just whipped that word out in the middle of fun time, how would you feel about it? Then when we went to trivia, we had to poll all of those people too.
Yeah.
And they kind of like sided with us.
Our wives and friends did not know what they were signing up for.
They did not.
When we decided we were going to make a podcast.
They're going to be a part of our research always.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the word cunt over margaritas? Can you give me a scenario? I don't know.
Yeah, do we want to throw this up on an Instagram poll or something?
Maybe. We're going to get flagged for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
Coming back to the story. So we love them. They're cute. They get back together. It's marvelous. I mean, I love the fact that Ashley Herring Blake weaved in love for music, and how Charlotte was like a classically trained teacher of music. She played classical music. They were going to tour Europe and do this whole tour doing classical music.
She was pretty well known within the like classical music community.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think too that just kind of played into that whole sun and moon thing. Where,
absolutely.
You have, Charlotte, who's a very classical and very serious about her art musician. And Brighton is also very serious about her art, but kind of on the other scale, like of indie the singer-songwriter, indie. Oh, we didn't even talk about the fact that her old band stole her song.
Oh my God.
Their song. It was their like engagement song that was going to play at their wedding. Mm-hmm. And they hear it on the radio at the same time.
Yep.
And that was... Oh, I wanted to go kick that band's ass. But yeah, that had to be like a weird moment. Can you imagine like the song that was playing when you got stood up at the altar is suddenly on the radio and you had no idea?
Yeah. And Brighton had no idea. She heard it at the exact same time because she didn't know that her old band was stealing her song.
And good for Brighton for going and standing up for herself at the end and just like showing that band who's boss.
We're going to get there, guys. I promise. Showing that band who's boss. Good for Brighton.
I like your tits.
I like your tits.
Oh, the outtake reel on this one's going to be something.
Woo!
But yeah, I think that resolution for the band part of it was also really, really good. I like that a lot. I also enjoyed Charlotte's character growth.
Me too. And I was about to talk about Sloan telling her to go to therapy.
Yeah.
And her actually going to therapy. Because Sloan was like, everybody needs therapy. And I'm the same way.
Everybody needs
therapy. I tell
therapy.
everyone, every single person needs therapy. I don't care if you have had the most trauma-free life. Therapy will just help you be a more productive person.
Yeah.
Everybody needs somebody to unload on. And if you're paying for it, then you don't have to feel guilty about it.
Listen, the best thing that's ever happened to me in therapy was just validation that what I was feeling was okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, if nothing else, go get that.
Absolutely.
But I think it was easy on the surface to just be like, Brighton's the bad guy because Brighton stood her up at the altar.
Yeah.
But there was so much more that went into that, in that Brighton was not feeling seen in her relationship. She had tried multiple times to tell Charlotte that she wasn't happy in New York.
Yeah.
And Charlotte just kept telling her to give it more time. And finally, Charlotte realizes that she could have listened more.
Yeah.
And that she really
And she said, I didn't see you.
Yeah. And so
which is huge.
And her coming at the end, her going to Brighton's turf was huge growth for her. So
yeah.
Bravo on that. I really
absolutely.
liked
She had to have
that.
coordinated with Adele too, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Sloan had to have called her sister and been like, when is Brighton playing next? This is what,
and she slid the little piece of like sea glass onto
my God.
Onto the stool on stage.
Yeah.
And I do love that Brighton got her music back.
Me too.
So.
And that Charlotte was like, I had the dream, like talking to her therapist. This is my dream. The quartet was my dream. And now the quartet's falling apart because Sloan falls in love with Wes, as she should. And Manish is in love with Darian, as he should be. And then Elle is back in Britain with her grandmother to take care of her, which is where she should be. Everybody has to go off and do their own thing. And she's like, this was my dream. And the therapist is just like, was it? Like,
or was it just something that you said was your dream?
Like, was this your dream?
And you've also accomplished a lot. There's still more that you can do.
Absolutely.
I did not realize until probably the end of the book, when they were back in Nashville and all that was happening, how cool it was to read about a city that I knew.
I know. When they talked about the Graduate Hotel.
Yeah.
And East Nashville.
All of it.
I loved it.
All of it. And I almost moved to Nashville to do music, and that's where I was planning to go to college before things changed. But I am up there all the time. I have a best friend and family that lives there, and so we're up there all the time. And it was just really cool to read about a city that, I mean, I'll be there like this next week. So it was just really cool to read about.
And we've all seen the photos of the Dolly Parton room.
Oh yeah,
in the hotel. Like I loved.
Go look it up because it's really cool if you've never seen it.
The Graduate Hotel in Nashville is supposed to be super cool.
Yeah,
and kitschy, but I want to go stay there.
That was really, really fun to read about a city that I was like, oh, I know what that is.
I know what that is. I know where that is. Of course they live in East Nashville. Of course they do, you know? Of course they do.
And I feel like even though the bar was fictional, that Ampersand, I feel like I've been in that bar in Nashville.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Love it.
All right. Ratings, solid 4 for me for the book overall.
Yeah, I'd say 4. Or I might even give it a 4.5. I enjoyed it, but it's probably not going to be one that I read multiple times.
Right.
Like, it was a good holiday read, and I enjoyed it, but I don't think I need to revisit.
It helped get me in the mood, like the holiday mood. So I was cool with that. I would give The Spice a 5.
The Spice was great.
I would give The Spice a 5.
And it was realistic. We've talked about this before. If I read Spice and I'm like, that's not how anybody's sleeping together, you know.
That's not a position that you can maintain for any length of time.
Yeah, like her arms hurt. Like there's no way she's upside down. Like you know, I'm not gonna buy. But these are all like super realistic. Like, oh hell, I'm gonna have to take notes. You know, I love it.
Yeah. So solid, very much a 5 for me on the Spice scale.
Absolutely. It was fantastic. I love the Spice. I always love the Spice.
Yeah.
Ashley Herring-Blake writes Spice very well.
Oh, 100%.
A round of applause.
Yeah. I mean, we're Ashley Herring-Blake stands.
Yeah, we are.
Do we want to tell the people what we're reading next
for
January?
You tell, because it's your favorite book of all time. So everybody has to love it.
No, you don't have to love it. Just don't tell me if you don't. No, I want to hear opinions on this because it is such a book that I love. So we are reading my number 1 favorite book of all time for January. Switching up a little bit, we're going to be reading The Starless Sea, which it's got a male pairing in there.
It's our first one for the pod. Yeah. We're excited about it.
Go check it out. Aaron Morgenstern, The Starless Sea. Read it so that you can know what we're talking about. But yeah, it holds such a place in my heart.
It'll be great. It's coming out on January 1st. Yeah. So look for it on 2026.
Woo!
Woo! Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah.